girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. And the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. And the girls with their nails done. Girls with their
In a world where anything is possible, where what you get is a direct result of what you put in, where opportunity is equal for all and you choose your destiny, there is something we all search for, something that inspires us. It's the passion that inspires us. It's the speed that drives us. This is that world. This is your world. SSBB Esport. Live your dream. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is season 2 of 2022 SSBB Esport Pro-Am Championship. We're kicking it off here at Blue Moon Speedway, Infield A, and we had some amazing racing here early on in the week with the SSBB Cup, and now we're back here with the Pro-Am series, and we had just had some fantastic racing in Clubman's, and we're now very excited to have the Pro-Am series. So we are pretty much going to kick it off pretty soon. This is pretty much qualifying. So I'm just going to let the guys know we're seeing this as qualifying. So I'm just telling everybody we're starting in 5 minutes. Try and make sure you get a good lap in. It is very cold here in South Africa. We're not geared for the cold, so keep bitching about it. But anyway, leading the charge at the moment is Apex Roses. First, 0.17 behind Apex is Venture 26, one of our old candidates racing. He was 2021 season winner, and he's actually just finished his he just fulfilled his prize. It was a track day at Brands Hatch, so fantastic. Congratulations, Venture, on that. Looking very neat and tidy. So category A of Pro-Am is a one-make series, and it's all the Alpine. I forget the name of the model, A10 or something. Third is S. Alexander. Just check the time. Okay. Fourth is Super Uber. So both Alex Rose's S. Alexander, Super Uber are all new drivers. Yes, that was a beautiful slide through there. Oh, that was magic to watch, man. These are mid-engine cars, so but they're not terrible to drive. It's actually a really nice thing to drive. So Dan's out in 5th place. Dr. Pepsi, who is Saphalicious. Okay, Dan's has just gone ahead of Dr. Pepsi. There's Dr. Pepsi. Charlie Dos Santos back at it. Minus another 1,000 points, 10,000 points for Charlie for not having his livery done. Alrighty, but Apex Rose is still leading the charge. Venture battling to get that time, but Apex got Apex did a 15.8, Venture just 16 dead pretty much. So at his first time seeing GT7, we had a lot of issues with. So at his, just to fill you in, we're having a lot of issues with the lag at the moment, and you can see it there. And it's specifically bad on Friday evenings. Venture's looking nice and smooth, but in the Clubman's it was really bad in category B. Sorry, category 2. I forget what we call it. It's been so long. This big slide from Super Uber. Dan's up into 3rd place. Good lap from Dan's. The car looks really nice when it's pitched over. TTV Uber Beasts. First corner is a killer. Oh, it's a killer for everyone around there. That's just true. Yeah, it's because you come off a bank onto a flat, I guess. Alright, so we're approaching the time. Let's just tell everyone 1 minute to start. Just want to check something here. Alrighty, so I'm going to start the game now. Welcome to all of our people in the comments. Thank you for joining us. Alright, so we've got 7 competitors. Exciting! Alright, so we're about to kick off. Thank you everybody for joining us and watching and supporting us. It is great to have you with us. Alrighty, so let's just get out of there. Make sure we can see everything. Alright, so we don't have a big field, but we should have some good racing. Venture on pole, so Venture managed to get ahead of Apex Roses. Venture doesn't have a good start though, Apex Roses does. And there's no false start. There's a bit of a surprise for everybody, but Saphalicious right at the back, that's Dr. Pepsi. And so we're watching Apex Roses manages to get the whole shot in through turn 1, and Venture slipping down to 3rd place. So Super Uber up into 2nd, and no, Super Uber up into 1st. It's very aggressive through there. They're coming through. It's very tight, very close racing. Bit of lagging, but oh, it's crazy. Charlie dos Santos up into 1st. I can't do any replays, but it's all kicking off here. So Charlie dos Santos, the biggest winner. Super Uber into 2nd, and Venture back into 3rd place. So Venture getting having a good comeback there, under huge pressure from S. Alexander. I'm hearing a lot of tires squeal. These cars providing good racing. So Venture back down into 4th place. S. Alexander there. Charlie dos Santos and who's that? Super Uber ricocheting off the wall there. I'm not sure if there was contact, but Super Uber 9 first. Dos Santos in 2nd, making a mistake and into the wall there. So that puts S. Alexander and Venture 26 together side by side. Venture 26 going up into 2nd place. But S. Alexander has... Oh, there's contact there. And there we go. They go through there. S. Alexander looks like it might have hit the wall. So that Venture and S. Alexander side by side still. Alexander running wide onto the grass. So Venture 26 up into 2nd. Alexander got to be careful. Apex Roses behind there. So Venture still hanging in there. Alexander and Roses now under huge pressure. Super Uber looks like Super Uber has been able to just get away. He's not under pressure at the moment, but Roses and Alexander having a good dig dong here, and you just hear tires squeal everywhere. Den's coming up into the battle now. This is pretty heated. It's good racing. Alexander with a 1 second penalty now. Roses up into 2nd. Everybody driving into the wall. Den's is there as well. Dr. Pepsi's going to be in this mix as well. So where's your leader? 0.8 seconds ahead of Venture, and Venture's going to try and hunt Super Uber down. So interesting. Venture getting the quickest lap time as well. Roses up into 3rd place. So let's keep our eyes on this battle. Venture sliding that car. It's very interesting. There's a huge battle at the back here. So Apex Roses now in 3rd place. This is pretty wild. 3rd place. 4th is Den's. Den's managing to get ahead of Alexander, and then he's got Pepsi. Wow, look at that big slide from Dr. Pepsi with Saphalicious. Beautiful slide. Super Uber 1.4 seconds now ahead of Venture. Venture must have made a mistake, but it seems to be settling down a bit now. 1.6 seconds ahead. Is 8 laps. We're on lap 3, and drivers are doing well. 2nd, Venture 26. 3rd, Apex. 4th is Den's. Good race from Den so far. Alexander with a penalty. These cars look like they're a lot of fun to drive. It almost looks like they slide quite nicely. It's good to watch them. So S. Alexander in 5th, coming under pressure from Dr. Pepsi, who's managed to take the 5th place. So Alexander down into 5th, 6th now. Not sure. Super Uber 2.2 seconds ahead of Venture 26, who's coming under pressure from Apex, but Apex seems to be riding the wall. Now I don't know if that was the lag or what it was. Venture looking quite good through there. It's the gap down to 1.9 seconds. But Venture has to be careful because Venture has Roses behind him. However, Roses just ran it deep, so Venture running it wide as well, so he has to be careful. He's putting himself under pressure, and Rose is right there, so Rose is going to try and make the pass, get up alongside. There is contact. So Apex now through, and we'll just have to see what happens there. I'm sure there will be a lot of reviews after this, but we'll just have to get stuck into that. Super Uber with damage, so Apex straight into the lead, and Super Uber's running with damage. That might allow Venture 26 to close the gap. So Super Uber's not done with that damage yet. Battling with that damage, finally it's gone as Super Uber puts it on the grass. So Rose is in the front. Den's now in third. Where's Venture? Fifth place. Venture could have had damage after hitting the wall. Now we'll have to see if there was contact there. I'm sure there will be an inquiry into that. So Den's out in third place. Venture 26 out in fourth place, coming under pressure from Alexander again. So Alexander and Saphalicious having a good ding-dong at the back there. And we go back to your race leader, Dr. Pepsi, 0.8 in the lead now, just touching the wall there. That was a very good avoidance. But the gap seems to be closing. Super Uber slowly closing their gap. Dr. Pepsi still at the back. Sorry, we rushed through Dr. Pepsi's position earlier. Venture and Alexander. Venture seems to be lagging quite a bit. But Alexander... yeah, Venture, these... sorry, Adders says looks like it's much more difficult to control. These cars seem to be quite tricky because these guys are really riding on the limit. They are mid-engine, but they handle really nicely. The Super, the Group 4 Super in Clubman's is a very nice car to drive. So, if we go back to the lead, Super Uber now into the lead again. Rosa is just following about 0.2 behind. Looks like these two are teammates, and there's a bit of contact there between them. Same kind of color scheme. Now I'm sure there was impact. Now I don't know, there's no damage, so Roses goes up into the front, but the impact slowed Uber are down enough. Den's about 3.9 seconds back, not far enough. So close racing between these two teammates. The lag is pretty horrendous. Den's out in third. Venture 26. 2.7 seconds behind Venture. Behind Den's. We're having to work hard to hold off S. Alexander. S. Alexander really going a bit wild there, and unfortunately puts it in the wall. Massive damage now. So Dr. Pepsi up into 5th place. So Apex Roses 1.2 seconds ahead of Uber. Ooh, Super Uber getting onto the main straight. Almost thought they were going in the wall there, but seems to be okay. So Den's 4.6 seconds behind those two now, and Venture 26 1.1 second behind them. Very close race in the front, but they've just seemed to have opened up a gap. and we're starting the final lap now. So Apex Roses still out in the front with a 1.8 second gap over Super Uber, and looks like Apex really has this race under control. Also getting purple sectors. Oh, big slide from Super into the wall again. Den's 4.9 seconds now behind. 4.2 has closed the gap quite significantly. Does Super have damage? No. So that Den's has to be careful. Venture 26 is slowly closing the gap here. These Alpines are beautiful looking cars, but let's keep our eyes on the leader as the leader comes round through the last corner onto the main straight. And we'll go back and watch Den's and Venture, but the leader Apex Roses comes through and will take the checkered flag and win this race. Brilliant work. Second is Super Uber. Third will be Den's. Fourth, Venture 26. Fifth, S. Alexander. And sixth, Dr. Pepsi. Apex Roses takes the victory. Charlie says that the cars are ridiculous to control. It's strange because we tested these and they were fine. Okay. Well, we're going to change the lobby settings. We'll be right back.
Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done.
Alrighty, we're back. Excellent. I'm missing the guitar solo in the music. It's adders. Yep. We've changed things up a bit, adders. Alrighty. So it seems that from when we tested those Alpines to now, they've become pretty bad. Which is weird. Really, really strange. So we'll have to review that. But anyhow, we are watching Venture 26 now. Category 2 is a front-wheel drive Group 4. This is a new car to GT7. It's the Suzuki Swift Group 4, and it's a very on the edge front-wheel drive, but it should provide us some half decent racing, I hope. So it's going to be tough, but it should be better than the Alpines. From what I understand, the Alpines were not good, which is not great, man. We tested them. So frustrating, but okay, such is life. Oh, into the wall, Super Uber onto the main straight. Apex Roses currently second. Den's currently third. Okay, so TTV Uber Beast is saying way better to drive now to get used to driving this car. That's good to hear, Super Uber. So yeah, currently watching Dens. I reckon we're gonna give them another 5 minutes. Let's just tell them 5 minutes to start. Okay, so whatever time they do now, it'll determine their grid placement. We'll start in 5 minutes. Oh, Den's running it wide there. Oh, unlucky. So let's go down the order. Charlie fourth. Fifth is Venture 26. Venture 26 going second. Good time from Venture there. Very good time. 0.023 ahead of Apex Roses. Apex suffering with quite a bit of lag. But okay, Charlie fourth. Fifth is Denz. Is Alexander 6th. How's our audio? Good. Dr. Pepsi 7th. Oh, very hard to into there. Super Uber still first, currently 0.4 ahead of Venture, so very, very quick. Doing really well. Apex Roses goes quicker, 0.014. Sure, so these two looks like they're teammates very similar liveries. They had pretty much exactly the same livery in the first race with the Alpines. Are really close to each other, so there will be an upgrade to the Alpine. If we can't find a way forward, we'll have to just mitigate it with another car. It's very unfortunate we had the issues we had. I'm sorry guys. Yeah, it wasn't like that when we tested them. So right, so Venture 26 going fastest now. The guys are really finding their rhythm. Well done. So Venture 26 currently quickest, 0.08. There's nothing in it. So Venture 26 quickest, let's drive on board, getting another purple sector. It's a great view through this cockpit. Is he going to go even quicker? It's 0.08 now ahead of Apex Roses. Does go quicker. 0.1, so nothing in it really. Go on board with Apex Roses, and it's very close between these two. It's a wonderful onboard shot that they have here. Now in real life you'll never be able to twist your body like that with the belt on. You can only really turn your head. But okay. Oh, just touching the wall onto the main straight. Super Uber currently third. Fourth S Alexander. How much time do we have left? 1 minute. Fifth Charlie De Santos. Let's just tell everybody. 1 minute to start. 6 is Dens. Dens was really quick on Wednesday. 7th Pepsi. So these boys and girls are flying. Venture finding more pace. Oh, it's going to be a tight race. 0.176. So Venture really finding the rhythm in this car. Oh, just running it a bit too wide there. He had really good pace, but that would have cost him for sure. I mean, he had his purple again, looking to get out of the 13s. Okay, we're gonna start now. Alrighty. So, wow. It seems like the game is very unpredictable. Sound and pics are great, especially on board. Awesome, that's great feedback. Thank you, Addis. Alright, so it's not exactly the same as GT Sport. There's a lot we miss from GT Sport, but the quality seems better. Once I can render to 4K, it'll be even better. Still only rendering to 2K, so keep your eyes on the prize. Everybody gets a good start. Venture currently in third. So Apex and Super Uber seem to go quicker. That's weird, but okay. So Apex currently first, and second is Super Uber. S Alexander third, Venture fourth. So Venture getting sandwiched there. Looks like Dens is coming up into fourth place there. It's getting very... Oh, Venture 26 goes out into the wall. Not sure what happened. I can't do the replay. That doesn't work anymore. So let's go back to your leaders. First is Apex Roses. Second is Super Uber. S Alexander third. Fourth, Charlie Dos Santos. It's really close in the front there. Fifth is Dr. Pepsi. Sixth is Denz. Seventh is Venture 26. Horrendous accident from Venture. Not sure what happened there. We'll have to go back and look at that. Apex with a 0.2 gap, but he's definitely coming under pressure into turn 1. S. Alexander looking to make the move on Super Uber, but Uber managing to hold off the attack, and now applying the pressure on Apex Roses. So Apex absorbing the pressure really well. These guys carrying a lot of speed. They're touching the grass. Uber touches the grass, and S. Alexander is still there. That allows Apex to just open the gap a little. Nothing in it between these three. Very, very close racing, and we're on lap 2 of 10. And it's going to be very tight between these three all the way to the end. That is kind of what it's looking like, but Apex slowly opening the gap. Oh, Alexander just touching the wall there, so Super Uber with a decent gap over Alexander, but Apex opening a 1.1 second gap. Third, Alexander. Fourth, Charlie Dos Santos. Fifth, Denz. Dr. Pepsi 6th, and Venture 26 7th, slowly closing the gap to Dr. Pepsi. Might have had damage, not sure. But okay, we go back to your leader, 1.1 seconds ahead of Super Uber now. Looked like he touched the wall there. Absolutely flying through here. Oh, touching the grass there. But looking really, really dialed in at the moment, Apex Roses. Brilliant work. The gap down to 0.7. Has to be careful here. Super Uber really, really closing the gap. And S. Alexander hanging on. Very close racing from these three. S. Alexander looking to pounce somewhere. Definitely lagging a lot more than the front two. Charlie and Denz look like they're going to come into a nice little battle here. Charlie hitting the wall, Denz also hitting the wall, so Denz can remain in the slipstream. Then can possibly make a pass, but just too far away, half a second away. So Dr. Pepsi out in 6th place. 3.6 seconds behind Denz, but 2.7 seconds ahead of Venture 26. Really unfortunate what happened with Venture. We'll have to go back and look at that. So Apex out in first, still showing magnificent speed and consistency. 1.1 seconds the gap. Super Uber not really. Yeah, adders, no replay feature. There's a lot of features that they haven't pulled through to GT7, which is really weird. Not sure why, but okay, it's unfortunate. Anyhow, it's hopefully it all improves as we move forward. So another purple sector for Apex. Looking cool, calm and collected. Super Uber. Same kind of thing. We're on lap 4 of 10. S. Alexander out in third. The gaps all just kind of stabilizing. Dos Santos in fourth. Fifth is Denz. Sixth, Dr. Pepsi. Still, Venture not really able to close the gap. I mean, Venture's come from 7 seconds. So, great work from Venture 26 to close that gap. Is slowly closing. It's down to 1.4 now. Down to 0.9 now, so we'll just keep our eyes on these two. We're on lap 5 of 7, halfway through this race, and Venture has got the bit between his teeth. wants to try and make some sort of comeback from this race. He unfortunately spun around on lap 1, and what was the cause of that, it's unknown. But we'll have to investigate that a bit later. But looks like the gap is down to 0.2. Somewhere Venture's going to make a move here on Dr. Pepsi. Very, very close now to Dr. Pepsi. He's in the slip. They've got a mini straight here, so Venture really getting the bit between his teeth, making the move. I think he's got it done. Dr. Pepsi running it wide onto the grass there. So Venture getting up, getting past. Brilliant work from Venture. 4.6 seconds now behind Dens. Apex Rose is your leader, still with a 2.7 second gap to Super Uber. De Santos looks like he's closing in on Alexander, so there's perhaps... Oh, Alexander hits the wall. That's a big impact. Didn't get damage. Very lucky not to get damage there. So De Santos 0.6 behind Alexander. Lap 7 of 10 now. De Santos has got a chance to get past here. He's slowly closing the gap. Alexander hits the wall again. Dens makes sure he doesn't hit the wall. So Alexander under pressure here. 0.2 the gap now. Dens, De Santos really pushing hard. Oh, Alexander running wide again. So it's going to be very tricky. Making a lot of small mistakes, possibly just the pressure. And Dens is coming along for the ride, but look who's in the background. 3.9 seconds behind Dens is this man. Don't rule out Venture 26. So Charlie trying to find a way. The gap 0.2 to Dens, 0.7 to Alexander. So lost out a bit to Alexander. We're going through. And he's lap 7 of 10, so his Den's going to try and make a move. Charlie just getting a bit defensive there. 0.6 the gap now to Alexander. Den's is very, very close. Looking to see if he can pounce. They should maybe try and work together to close the gap to Alexander. They're pushing hard. You can see Venture 26 in the background. And hopefully we'll see some racing between all of these guys, but De Santos going defensive, and that's going to allow Dens get up alongside De Santos, and it unfortunately goes into the wall, touches the grass, but comes back and manages to stay ahead of Dens. So there was possibly contact between them, but look at Venture, 1.9 seconds the gap now. So all that squabbling has allowed Alexander to get away and has allowed Venture to catch these two. And you can see the front two are still there. Nothing really happening there between them, but quite a bit happening here in the midfield. We're on lap 9 of 10. Will Dens pass De Santos? I'm not sure. Venture 20. Oh, De Santos gets a big slide through there and into the wall. Does Dens touch the wall? Looks like Dens touched the wall as well. Just shows it ain't over till it's over. So the gap still consistent. 2.4 seconds the gap now to Venture 26. Dr. Pepsi 8 seconds behind. Apex has a 3.5 second gap over Super Uber. Absolutely perfect. Right. Perfect race for Apex. Really good race for Super Uber as well. 5.7 seconds ahead of Alexander, who's managing the gap very well to De Santos. However, just they've closed the gap again. You know, if these two weren't squabbling, Dens and Dos Santos, they could have possibly caught Alexander. Now they're going on to the last lap now. The leaders are on the last lap. I'm not sure if there's enough time for these two to try and launch an assault on Alexander. I don't think so. And then Venture is another 1.5 seconds behind, so just not enough time. Venture is really giving it everything. He's trying. Let's go to your leader, 3.7 seconds. Absolutely dominant performance and brilliant work from Apex. Second is still Super Uber. Third, Alexander, 0.7 the gap now. Dos Santos trying to find a way to apply the pressure, force a mistake from Alexander. He touched the grass there. So we'll go back to your leader now. The gap 0.4 now and touch the grass again. So let's go back to your leader coming through the last corner onto the main straight. Apex Roses will take the victory. Brilliant drive and absolutely dominant performance. Well done, Apex Roses. Second is Super Uber over the line. Third is Alexander. His yellow flag. Charlie Dos Santos fourth. Dens fifth. Venture 26.6. And Dr. Pepsi coming home in 7th place. So it was very good racing from these guys, and the category 2s in Pro-Am, and fantastic to see. Well done to to Apex Roses on a wonderful performance. So that is that, guys and girls and everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Phew, it was a busy night. Yeah. And that's that. Round 1, first season in Gran Turismo 7. First round of season 2 in our first season in Gran Turismo 7. So thank you for joining us. Sunday night we've got the endurance. Hopefully you can join us for that. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for joining us. Cheers, guys.